Hey guys, it's been a little bit since I've uploaded, and I just wanted to upload again. A lot of things have happened in my life over the year that I was not uploading, and I kind of wanted to be a little bit more open. And what I mean about being more open is that I want to talk about my ex-partner. And the reason why I want to talk about my ex-partner is because he actually is a Twitch streamer. And some of the stuff he's said and done, I do not support, and I think is absolutely disgusting. This ex-partner has been in my videos multiple times. I'm not going to try and hide him because some of the stuff that he did to me and he did to others. I'm sorry if this seems like really all over the place. It's my first time doing a voiceover. But I just want to get some of the stuff out there just in case someone is going through a situation like this. I just kind of want to yap, basically. That's what I'm saying. I am going to be calling him by his name because I don't think he deserves any protection for what he did. So I met Jose on an app called Taya, or Tia. I'll put like an image on screen right now. So I got the app back in 2021, and I was joining random, like you can join calls, different calls and stuff with different people, and I was just kind of like randomly joining them, and then I came across one with Jose, one with a guy called 37, and one with a guy called, I think it was Shauna. At this time, I was between the ages of 13 and 12. They pressured me into sending a picture of my face, and this time in my life, I was not confident in my face. I wasn't confident like how I looked or anything, because I was battling a really bad disease. And they made fun of my face because of how I looked, I was so bloated from the medicine I was taking. And they proceeded to just make fun of me behind my back and mute and text in their little group chat saying how ugly I was. But despite me quote-unquote being ugly to them, they still tried to set me up with Shauna. Shauna was like an 11-year-old kid, and I had no interest in him, but they kept trying to pressure me into dating him, and it was just a really weird situation altogether. I stayed in their friend group for 2 more days, and then I got introduced to another person named Karma. Karma has been in a lot of my videos, and we are still very good friends to this day. I want to say even best friends. And then Karma introduced me to Blaze, and we're also best friends. So at least some good came out of it, right? Between the years 2022 and 2023, we all moved over to Discord. At this point, I completely stopped talking to the guys, and I mainly just talked to Karma and Blaze. February 28th, 2023 is when me and Jose got into a call together alone, and I just ended up confessing to him that I had a crush on him when I'm pretty sure I didn't even have a crush on him. I just wanted a boyfriend so bad. At the time, I think I was 14. Yeah, I was 14. And he had to be 15 because he's 1 year older than me. Just like a little like PSA, we were dating online, which I do not recommend doing. Do not date online. Do not do it. It's not worth it. The beginning of our relationship was fine. We were calling almost every single day, I want to say. And everything was good. We were just calling. We were playing Minecraft. We're doing all of this fun shit. He also introduced me to one of his new friends called Player. Player is in one of my other videos, and he'll come back into the story, just remember him. Player and Jose would also call a lot together, and they would invite me to their calls. When I was in their calls, I noticed they would say the N-word, like, a lot, like, to each other a lot, and this one time, they pressured me into saying it. I'm not proud of what I did, but I was so desperate to impress my boyfriend that I ended up doing it, and I feel absolutely disgusted with myself. I also just want to tell you guys their race because Jose is Hispanic and Player is white. Jose would also openly gaslight me on stream. He would say like, no, that didn't happen, when it was literally on stream. You could go back and you could see it was on stream. October 2024 is when he started pulling away the most. He would spend most of his time in calls with Player and not talk to me at all. One thing we used to do every single day was we used to text each other good morning whenever we woke up. He stopped doing that. I mean, I get it if he's busy, but he doesn't have school. He dropped out of school. And he doesn't have a job, so he just sits at home all day. So What are you busy doing? If you're busy, tell me you're busy. I'm gonna show you a text message conversation on Halloween so you guys get the idea. Good morning and happy Halloween. I say this at 9:43 a.m. He does not respond. So I go, Jose, I'm sorry, but I can't deal with this ghosting thing you do anymore. It's hurting me and making me feel like you don't want to talk anymore. This is at 8:20 p.m. Over 12 hours to respond. Then he puts his little annoyed face and he goes, so you count me not texting you for almost a day ghosting? Isn't that ironic for something else that's going to come up here in the future? Jose, I am done fighting you for your attention. And if you can't take 2 seconds out of your day to text me good morning, I don't know what to do anymore. I am always the one texting you first. I'm tired of chasing you. Woke up at 9 or 8 p.m. Why do I sound like Paimon when I do that voice? Anyway, who's waking up at 9 or 8 p.m.? Our time zones were different. So I was 3 hours behind him and he was 3 hours ahead of me. So during this text conversation, it was probably 11 o'clock for him. What? And you don't have time to answer my texts? Hello? Then fix your sleeping schedule. It's not that hard. Can't, 'cause it will break again. I smell a bitch. So what? If things break, you fix them. Not all things can be fixed. Insert that emo wolf guy. Then I say, everything can be fixed. And he goes, okay, Bob the Builder. I put that annoyed face and I said, I'm sorry, I'm a problem solver and you can't solve a simple problem. I'm worried about our future together. Long distance is hard and I wish I could hug you and talk to you. Go on actual dates to the movies like some cheesy romance movie. And I'm also worried about how you haven't been going to school and you dropped out. How are you gonna get a job? So I'm just spitting straight facts. And then he goes, I'm sorry, I'll text you good morning. Well, I'm grateful that you're texting me good morning, but you didn't address anything else I said. So it makes me think you're avoiding the question, which you are. It's not just that. It's you not being vulnerable and not reaching out. I feel like I'm scolding you. All I have to say is, sorry! With a little fox hugging plushy heart thing. I don't want you to apologize. I just want you to take my words to heart and understand where I'm coming from. I love you and I want us to grow old together and get married eventually. Yeah, he wasn't sorry, by the way, because he continued his behavior all the way until we broke up. So, November 13th, 2024 is when we broke up. And so the context is, after the conversation you just saw, I gave him a week to text me without me texting him first, and he never did. He ghosted me for an entire week. I feel like we're growing apart. I gave you a week to see if you would text me back, and you haven't. I think it's time to break up. I love you, Jose, but I can't keep doing this. I can't keep hoping you're going to change because you're not changing. I wish you well. A very demure way to break up, if you ask me. So after I broke up with him, I didn't block him right away because I wanted to see if he would respond. I wanted to see if he'd be like, oh, I'm sorry, you know, blah, blah, blah. He didn't. He didn't say shit to me. He just ghosted me like the little bitch boy he was, and still is. November 16, 2024, I see this. This is my ex-boyfriend's profile picture, and he's matching with somebody else. 3 days. 3 fucking days he found somebody else. Just like, snap of his finger. 3 days. Wow. After this, I did end up blocking him because I don't want to see that. I don't want to see that he got a new girlfriend right after we broke up. After we broke up, I was in a really deep depression, and trigger warning, it's going to get a bit roughy. It's a bit rough from here. I started to self-harm. Yeah, so that's a bit depressing. I'm self-harming over a guy. But me and my friend got into a really, really bad fight afterwards, and I ended up texting my ex. Yeah, I did the one thing you're not supposed to do when you're going through a breakup. I'm going to kill my... I ended up just talking to him about the fight with Karma, and I asked him, do you still like me? And he said, I did still like you, but then you blocked me. I lost all the feelings. And then I said I still loved him. The only reason why I said that is because it was more of a phantom feelings. Like, I miss the memories, not you. At the beginning of our relationship, he was a really, really good boyfriend. I just didn't know what happened. But now I do. And now I don't feel bad for anything. February 9th, my mental health got a lot better. And I ended up texting Jose and asking, can I meet his new girlfriend? This is when things start to get a bit weird. There's a bunch of screenshots from the actual group chat, but I'm not going to include them because there's over like 10 screenshots and it's a lot of words and I don't feel like reading them all, but nothing really juicy happens in these screenshots. It's basically just me, Karma, Blaze, Player, Jose, and his new girlfriend just talking and getting along. For privacy reasons, I'm going to be calling his new girlfriend Elle. After around, I want to say 45 minutes to an hour, Elle ended up muting herself, and she then left the group chat and blocked me. Soon after, Jose did the same thing, and then Player. Of course, I'm like, what the hell? What did I do to get blocked? Because none of my friends got blocked. So I was just like, what the? Why? Why me? So I ended up contacting Player's girlfriend because I was like, what the hell happened? What's going on? I want to know because I'm nosy. So I contacted her saying, hey, can I ask you a question? I cropped it out so you can't see on accident. Whoops. And she said, sorry, I was asleep at the time, but what did you need to ask me? It's okay, lol. I understand. Do you know why Slinky is mad at me? I don't understand what I did wrong. Slinky is another code name for Jose. I don't really know. Player kind of told me what happened, just some things that happened, and Jose won't talk to me about it, saying I don't need to worry about it. Sorry, I wish I knew. Well, can you tell me what Player told you? Want to see it from his point of view. It's okay if you don't want to. Then she goes, it was just mostly about how he saved Jose's relationship. I guess he didn't tell me much, actually. Saved his relationship? That's weird. Did something happen with him and Elle? I'm not sure what happened. All I know that happened was probably last week. I think about that time. Elle got upset with Jose because he did not want to join these VC with her, and that he was asleep. But not, I don't know. I'm just gonna kind of skip over the screenshot because it's really just me just showing her all the stuff that happened in the group chat and her just going, yeah, it's kind of weird because you look like you guys are getting along. She then said this, well, I can't say anything about the situation because I wasn't there, but Jose just doesn't want to talk about it and told me just to forget about it. He also told me to block you for some reason, but don't worry, I won't block you. You're super nice and sweet. Then I said, thank you. I am so glad you did not block me because I really enjoyed talking with you. I wonder why he wants you to block me. I for real don't understand what I did wrong. But he did say I made Elle uncomfortable, but I don't know why. I don't know what I did to make her feel that way. She blocked Karma and Blaze too. So I didn't really get any other information on this weird blocking thing until I get a friend request in March. This friend request was from Elle. And of course, like a starved fish, I took the bait. I don't have a lot of screenshots for our conversations, but I'll put as many as I can or as many as I have. So I'm going to ignore the top of this conversation because it's literally just us talking about random shit. And I'm just going to focus on the bottom half. Oh, by the way, if you don't mind me asking, what happened with Jose blocking me? I'm really confused when he blocked me after you left. I can spell really good, guys, trust. I'm just curious, honestly. It's okay if you don't want to answer, I completely understand. And then she throws in this gem. Actually, he told me to block you and the others. I'm not supposed to tell you this. Now, this is when all the puzzle pieces start coming together. I'm gonna ignore the first message because I honestly don't remember what we were talking about. But then she says, oh, really? He told me that you broke up with him, which is true. I did break up with him. I broke up with him because he never texted me. I was the one who always texted him, and I told him several times, hey, can you put some freaking effort in? He left me hanging for a week, and I broke up with him. He even when I broke up with him, he did not respond to me. Some context I left out, him and Elle were actually friends, but they stopped being friends because of time zones. At least that's what he said. Then she says, this is so odd. I started talking with him again because I did not want me and his friendship to go away. It's weird how he never told me about you. That still kind of irks me. He never told me you both broke up too. If I'm not mistaken, you both broke up October 2nd, right? So for those who has been extra observant, you know that we broke up November 13th. Said, I don't remember. I think it was around November-ish. And then she goes, November? Then I said, yeah, I can go look really quick. Then I insert a picture of when I broke up with him. Yep, November 13th. Then she says, I feel bamboozled. He kept flirting with me every time me and him were talking. I said, ... I'm like, oh my god, you were the backup plan. I was trying to be funny. Now that I reread that, I sound like a complete freaking dick. Then she said the biggest one was on September 15th, and I kept talking with him, just trying to get close to him. I think that's what it says. I can't tell because of the stupid arrow. Then she went to check, like, when they officially got together, or, like, when they started, like, kind of, like, quote-unquote dating. At, like, October, we were talking a lot, and there were no labels until my friend said that we were together. That was on October 16th. So not only is my ex a racist, he is also a cheater! So the next few screenshots I'm going to show you is a conversation between Jose and Elle. Well, technically several conversations, and the reason why my ex's name is bleeped out is because I asked Elle and she said she wanted to bleep out his name because she had a really embarrassing nickname for him, basically. Elle, can I be friends with Karma? Jose, it depends. Why? Elle, 'cause yeah. Jose, well, you can if you want. I just don't want to talk to them after they unfriended me. Elle, he seems really cool. Please. Okay. What about Blaze and Emily? Jose, only Karma and Blaze. Elle, why not Emily? Jose, if they ever invite you to a GC with Emily, leave. Elle, she seems nice when I was talking to her before. Jose, I don't want to remember anyone else. Elle, but why? Jose, I want to forget about certain people. Elle, Jose, just only Karma and Blaze, promise me. Elle, why not Emily though? Jose, 'cause I just don't want her to be your friend. Elle, but she seemed nice. Jose, baby, I swear to God, I don't want to have another mental breakdown again about this. I want to forget about them three. Elle, okay, I'm sorry. Jose, just don't talk or be friends with any of them three. Elle, but you said it was fine for me to be friends with Karma and Blaze. Jose, I don't talk with them anyways. Jose again. Yeah, well, I changed my mind. I want to keep you all to myself. Ew! What in the Wattpad was that? Keep you all to myself? What the I'm surprised he didn't say asterisk, he growls, asterisk. Elle, but baby. Jose, you know, do whatever. Huh? Wait, what? Elle, I'm sorry. Fine, I won't friend them. I still want to know why. Jose, forget I said anything about them. Elle, but baby, are you okay? This is Jose's response to I want to know why from Elle. 1. Emily broke up with me, and I don't remember people who break up with me after I'm dating someone. That's not how memories work, you fucking troglodyte. 2. Karma unfriended because I don't put work into a friendship when I played with him a lot. And 3. I don't really hate Blaze. They just are there with Karma and Emily. Who the fuck let bro drop out of high school? I had a really hard time freaking reading that goddamn paragraph. There's no periods in it. Not to mention his English is fucking awful. Then he said, I'm a BRB because I'm having a mental breakdown. Then poor Elle is like, baby, please be alright. I'm sorry for asking. It's my fault. By the way, I in no way, shape, or form blame Elle for any of this. Elle was more of a victim than I was because she had to deal with more manipulation from him than I did. I'm not going to read this top message because I honestly have no idea what the fuck he's talking about. So, are you going to be friends with them or Elle? I don't know anymore. Jose, just don't be friends with them, baby. Elle,
I'll try. Jose, what do you mean you'll try? L, I just love being friends with people, you know? Plus, Karma said he was going to tell me something. That was the last time we talked to each other before I blocked him. Jose, well, it's going to stay that way. Ew. L, I unblocked him though. Jose, 'cause the server, right? Also, why did you want to be friends with them anyway? L, yep. I don't know, it just went to my mind. Jose, well, just don't be friends with them. I ain't having another mental breakdown like I did 15 minutes ago. I'm gonna read the definition of a mental breakdown for you. A mental breakdown, also known as a nervous breakdown, is a severe emotional, physiological crisis characterized by intense stress, overwhelming feelings, and loss of coping mechanisms. I've experienced a mental breakdown before, and it does not take 15 minutes to recover. It takes months or even a year to recover. You don't just have one mental breakdown and, oh my god, I'm having another one. It doesn't work like that. I could be wrong here, but that's just what I experienced. And then L says, okay, I'll try. Then he hits her with this. Nah, you ain't gonna try. You will. Context for this conversation, Jose knew that L was in a call with Karma, but he did not know that I was also in this call and Blaze was also in this call. Jose, so are y'all still in call? L, yep. Jose, wasn't it supposed to be like one question? L, yeah, but we're still talking. Jose, okay. Well, I'm gonna go lay down and listen to that song I sent you. You still want a VC later or nah? L, if I can. Jose, okay, also, this doesn't mean y'all can be friends. L, but, sigh. This sentence gives me shivers, and I don't want to read it. Jose, baby, you want to stay a good girl and get that Kuromi, or however you spell it, plushie? I quit. L goes, yes. So, not only is my ex a racist, he's also manipulative and a cheater and a fucking dick. I'm getting way too heated over this. Anyway, the next screenshot I'm gonna show you is between Player and L, so Jose's friend. Also, more context, I think this conversation happened during that one call with everyone where I was meeting L for the first time. Player, you should stop talking to her. You're putting your boyfriend in the woods right now. You may not know it, but it's happening. Homie's having a hard time right now. It's all your decision. I'm just letting you know. L, what? Huh? What? Player, he's just having a hard time with this. He doesn't want you talking to her in the first place. And now he's having a hard time about it. Honestly thinking about deleting his account and stuff now. L, he what? Player sends a screenshot of Jose hovering his mouse over the delete count button. For some reason this screenshot doesn't show it, just trust me, I saw it. Player, trust me when I say this, you shouldn't be doing this. L, I know that, but Karma just suddenly texted me earlier when Jose was in the GC with you. Player, yes, you were never supposed to meet Karma, Blaze, Emily, none of them. L, plus, if he thinks I actually meant what I said there, I'll believe them instantly. He's wrong. Well, I didn't know that. Player, yeah, he forgot to ban them from his Twitch chat. L, plus, I thought they were nice and all of that. L, now that. I don't know how to feel about this. Player, Emily and him had history, and he prefers that to stay in the past. That's why he didn't want you to meet them. L, I can tell. Karma told me bits of it, but I generally don't care. Sure, they had problems, but why do I have to know that? It should stay in the past. Player, especially Emily will want to bring this up and will want you to answer her. L, that's the thing I was also thinking about. All of these felt way off starting from when I met Karma. L, that's my thoughts too. Karma started spitting stuff about you and Jose, but low-key don't give a shit about that, cause that's both of your business. Player, one thing you should know, me and Jose think we are about 90% sure that she is still in love with him. when she makes jokes about them getting back together, it doesn't sound like she's joking. Yes, she made jokes about them getting back together. Yes, I will admit, I did make those jokes. The reason why I made those jokes is because I was still processing that we were broken up. I also made those jokes to lighten the mood because I could sense there was a lot of tension in the friend group when we were talking. In hindsight, wasn't a good icebreaker, I'll tell you that. L, I could somewhat tell that she's still in love with him. Player, I was talking to him and he was telling me how the introduction between you two was the only thing he didn't want to happen. Yeah, it didn't want to happen because he cheated and he didn't want us to find out. L, I didn't even know Karma and Emily were even friends. Player, yeah, they're really good friends. You can ask him about more questions if you like. L, I think I won't for now. I'll just wait until he's ready to tell me. Honestly, I also found it odd on why Emily and Blaze suddenly added me when I was added to the GC. So after Elle shared these screenshots, I was immediately appalled, considering I found out that he cheated on me, and he's also just a horrible, horrible person. Not to mention, Player is also a horrible, horrible person. Don't worry, I ended up contacting his girlfriend, and I showed him the screenshots of her boyfriend defending a cheater. Unfortunately, nothing really came out of this. She's still in a relationship with him to this day. Now, on a lighter note, me and Elle came up with a plan to get back at Jose. So, what I did was I gathered all the screenshots, and Elle let me into his Discord server. Elle gave me the admin permission, and I posted all the screenshots in his announcements. I did it on an alt account so you won't suspect anything. The announcement was up for about 2 hours before he decided to delete it. Like the little coward bitch boy pussy he is, Elle ended up unfriending him and blocking him on Discord. And that's where our beautiful story comes to a close. Or so I thought. No, there is more. There is more to the story. So, my other friend, not even mentioned in the story yet, by the way, got with Jose little hours after Elle broke up with him. I contacted her saying, hey, he's a cheater, so I just do with this information of what you will. And she ended up staying, and I can't do anything about that. That's her choice. I ended up unfriending her because that's against bro code to literally date somebody's ex that you're friends with, but hey, what can you do? Thank you guys for listening to my story. This is the end of the story now. I don't have any other updates. This is probably seen as petty, what I'm doing, making a whole video about him exposing him, but I love being petty. I'm gonna be making more videos in the future, so stay tuned. But yeah, that's all. Peace out.